Ayan, we're live. Oh my God, I just said Ayan. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Expose and Express online talk show. I'm your host. I'm Jenny Umali.
And Burns.
And of course, with me here is Raj. You
Rosie!
notice we didn't actually play our introduction because something happened today. It's unforeseen situation, but we totally understand that two of our guests won't be able to come here today to join us. First, one of our guests, Saudi, he lives in the Philippines. So you know what happened in the Philippines right now? He's in Bicol. So there's
There's a
really like
storm
a
or
bad,
typhoon.
yes, a bad weather. But then again, as we promised, we're gonna be here for you. The show must go on. And another guest of ours is actually he's still at work. You know, sometimes we totally understand that because when you're live, that's what happens, right? So,
Yeah.
but then again, I guess everyone will be really so excited because we are still going to talk about paranormal. We're still going to talk about spirituality, and I'm very much willing to open my door for all of you if you have any questions and if there's somebody who wants to connect with a family member who passed. So, by the way, let me just introduce myself, all right? So, I'm Jenny Umali. I'm a psychic. I'm a psychic and I'm a psychic medium. I'm also a Reiki healer and a spiritual life coach. So, I am going to allow my host here to ask me questions. And if you have any questions that you would want to ask, please feel free to ask. Take it away.
Oh my God, you scared me. I'm gonna have a heart
Woo!
attack.
Go! Asking question.
Anyways, okay.
Introduce yourself first.
Hey, I'm Burns, an online business coach, and I own Kickstart Digital Media Strategy and Solutions now. So I'm here to interview Miss Jenny O'Malley.
Yes.
As far as I know her, she has been a really good how do you describe it? Clairvoyant.
Clairvoyant.
I've actually witnessed several things about that whole situation. At first, I was a non-believer. I thought it's like, oh, this person's like full of.
Wait, can we pause for a while? It says we don't have sound. Can we check
Well,
if we do?
if you press that,
No, see?
No sound?
There you go. Yeah, there you
it's
go.
muted. Her phone's muted.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So anyhow, let me ask you this, okay? I know a little bit of, well, I know your story, but I'm sure our viewers are curious, like, her phone's muted.
Sorry. Sorry naman. Okay, go.
That's the beauty of
I
life!
have to share. Sorry. Okay, go.
Okay, so when did you actually, like, at what age did you actually start seeing or feeling these paranormal
Yeah.
activities?
Okay. So let me just go back because it's way. I was okay. I was in grade 4. I was in grade 4 when I realized that I am very sensitive to energies and spirits. And of course, during that time, I thought I was crazy. When we were young, our family would tell us like, "Hey, you don't go there because there's like ghost in there." So it somehow attracted. I'm drawn to that kind of stories all the time, but I never knew that I'm actually open. I didn't know that I have the gift. I didn't know that I have the ability to connect to energies and spirits. So, like I said in the beginning, when I was in grade 4, I thought I was crazy. As a matter of fact, I was biting my nails all the time. And every time that I hear them or every time that I sense their presence.
Wow.
And the good thing about this is that my parents, my mom and my dad, they're very open to this type of
Experience.
magical stuff. I call it
Yeah.
magical stuff. I'm not really scared, But what I am actually scared during that time was that, is this normal? Why am I feeling this? Why am I hearing this? And then I remember growing up, I do have imaginary friends, and then my family members, my relatives knows that I have the ability to really connect to them. So that was very early. That was very early.
So
Oh.
what experience like scared you the most? What was the
Oh,
most scariest
well, okay. So if my cousins are watching right now, this was really the bad experience that we all had. This was, I was 13 years old, so 1990. Do the math. we were
Oh.
living, we were living in Kamuning. Ah, no, no, they were living in Kamuning, and every weekend I go to their house. So the bad thing that happened during that time was that we were playing around, and I was playing like a ghost. I'm like um, trying to scare people. We were
mm,
we were we
Mhm.
were we were at the balcony that time,
mm,
veranda, and I
mm.
was scaring people. And then I was like wearing my white. When you're kids, I'm wearing my white dress. I put my makeup on, and then I'm scaring people like, ooh. And then you know what? After like uh, an hour or so of playing around, we hear footsteps, we hear energies, we hear spirits, and then we hear a lot of like movements in the other room.
So you heard a lot of different noises.
Yes, different
Yeah.
noises. And I didn't know at first if I'm gonna get scared or not, because I was thinking maybe our uncles or our aunts are just like playing around
Playing
with.
around.
Well, I didn't know. I'm really scared. And then Jinky, my cousin, who has a third eye as well, or who has an open third eye, I was looking at the mirror, and she was looking at the mirror, and all of a sudden, there's like a bruja looking who
Oh.
who like looked at us, who were there too, and then I said, "Did you see that?" And then she said, "I did. Did you see that?"
A witch
Some kind of like
looking.
Oh
bruja.
my God, I'm having goosebumps.
Yeah, there's so many stories, actually, true stories that I can share with you guys, but um, I really want to talk about first why people are so sensitive about spirits, and why there are some people who are not sensitive about spirits. So, Rochi, I have a question for you. Are
Mm.
you sensitive? Do you know that people say that when your third eye is open, you can actually see them and feel them and hear them. So do you think that your third eye is open? Do you have any experience as well?
Actually, before I don't believe that, and then back in college, before that, I feel sensitive to energies. Like sometimes you feel there's somebody behind you, or
Mm-hmm.
there's but there's nothing there. So you feel that there's a presence. But then back in college, I was able to have one subject, and it's like it's not much of, it's just an elective, but it's cute, so I said, okay, I'll enroll in here. So it's basically a divination subject.
Uh-huh.
So for our finals, what she did is like, we will stay in the classroom, but it was recorded. So the teacher is actually outside the room, but we have to bring stuff that is memorable to us or has a big impact for us. And we'll try to just focus on those objects. So inside the classroom, right? So
Mm,
all of us did that. For me, it's just to pass the course, right? But I
mm.
didn't know that that was something that opened somebody's third eye.
Pandora.
Right?
Mm,
So what happened is, after that experience, for me, it's like, oh, it's nothing. So before, I said I'm very sensitive to like energies or like shadows like behind me or somewhere. That time I began seeing actually people. that I do not know. And one of the scariest one that I can share is also in college. It was after that class, maybe like a year after that class. We were in Baguio. So those in the Philippines, you know, Baguio City is known for all the ghosts and everything. So our org was there, our organization was there, and we're having a training. So we're
Mhm.
about like 20 of us in there. So it was a rented house. And at that in I remember it was an evening, and then summer, you know, it's just 20 of us. So we know that we're about like 20, 25 in there with the adults, right? So some are still eating in the dining room, some are outside. And then in
Mhm.
the living room, it's like maybe, see, I don't know how many we are in the living room because the living room was packed. So we were
Wow.
just sitting there. And then for one weird reason, like, I know these people, but you know, their faces are blurry, some are blurry, but I know that there are images. So we were just sitting there, like talking. So I'm not paying attention that much. And then one of my co-org members, like, you know, we're just like a hi hello person, you know, so we don't really, all of a sudden he just asked me, "You're seeing them, right?"
Oh my gosh.
And you know, like we were just talking, you know, like all of us are just like playing around, and he just asked me that question. And I said, you know, I don't want to answer. And then he said, because I see three people behind you trying to talk to you. And
Oh
then,
my God.
and you know
Is
that,
she a psychic too?
huh?
Like, does she know that she's a psychic, or she's just aware of it?
No, he's a guy, he's actually aware, he knows that he's a medium.
Oh,
But you know, but we never really, you know, we're in the org,
Oh, okay.
we talk about seminars, but we don't really talk about those things. Then all of a sudden he just like stared at
Yeah.
me. It's like, I saw three people behind you trying to talk to you. So those other people beside us, members of the same org, they're like, what is he talking about? So you
oh,
know,
she keeps
like he
saying.
thought that we're just trying to, you know, mess up with everybody. Then he told
Mhm.
me, you know that there are more people coming tonight, right? But you know what? At my, you know, at the back of my mind, I knew that there are some people coming in because I'm already seeing more people coming in the living room. But it's not our org
Okay,
members.
let me tell you, Rochi. Yeah. Let
So,
me,
and
yeah.
then I was,
Let
he
me tell
thought
you,
that I
Rochi, you
was,
know what?
yeah.
Out 10, if there's like 10 people in the house, or 10 people in a party, or when you're in an elevator and there's like a lot of people, one or two are not real. They're not physically.
What?
Yes,
That's
yes,
Yes,
yeah,
scary.
it's
actually,
true, it's
yeah,
true.
actually, I knew that because in the table, like all of us in the, you know, by the coffee table, I know the org members. So it's not, we're supposed to be probably around six only in the living room. But I know we're packed in the living room. And I know the others are outside. So we're like, these are not members of our org. And I know most
Yeah,
of them can. And then actually he told me, you know, more are coming. If you don't want to hear them talk to you, just tell them no. So after that,
yes, you can.
and then I just told them, you know what, at the back, you know, quietly, I just prayed my favorite prayer of all time, which is eternal rest grant unto them, O
Yeah,
Lord, and let the perpetual light
yeah,
shine upon them. May they rest in peace. Amen. And then after that, I've seen them, but, and then he told me they're not, you know, they're not behind you anymore. They don't want to talk to you anymore. And
yeah.
then
Well,
we have like
yeah, that's
people
what I've
beside
learned.
us. And then
Yeah.
the other group members, they're like, what are you talking about? Are you trying to scare us?
Let her finish.
Yeah. So that was the weirdest thing ever that I thought, like, I don't, it's only me. And then somebody just told me, like, you're there.
Yeah. Well, like I said, some spirits, they all exist. They don't live far from us. So anytime that they want to connect, they will do
Commercial.
that.
Wait a
They will
minute.
do that. So, but the question is, are you going to entertain them? Right? The
Yeah.
more that, okay, to all the viewers who's watching us right now, the more that you're afraid of the spirits, of paranormal stuff, the more that they will try to connect with you, because sometimes they love that kind of energy. That means you're weak. You have that weak
Oh.
energy. But if you know what, even in Batangas, in the Philippines, where my province is, when there's people who experience who encounter paranormal or spirits, they literally get mad and curse them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's how you really
They,
shoo them
they
away.
drive them away
Drive them
by
away.
screaming
Yeah.
at them. Imagine.
But another thing is that not all spirits are bad. But
Mhm.
when you're scared, like I said, but when you're scared, that's when they feel that you're, the more that you feel you're weak, the more that they will
Okay,
try to
okay,
connect with
okay.
you.
Let's talk more about actual experiences.
How about you?
Mhm.
What's
How
your
about you?
Oh, me? Oh,
Yeah.
I think the one and only thing, like, I don't see dead people, but I for somehow there's this couple of instances where I felt something and it was kind of weird. So I used to own a senior care home, and
Mm.
so
Oh.
the care home used to be a care home before us. And so when we took over, there's this one room in the front of the house where anybody who checks in there always ends up like leaving, or there's like behavioral changes. And I'm just wondering, like, what is going on? What is up with this room? And so she was back in the Philippines. She was in Manila, and I was talking to her and her son. It says, "Oh, here, you should do this. You should." So she gave me like a couple of things to
Yeah.
say to drive them away.
We call it a smudging. You
Oh,
smudge
this
the
was
house
you.
so that you
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
understand.
but I didn't smudge at that time.
You use the incense.
So, oh yeah. And then so I went in that room and I literally, like, as loud as I can, like, spoke out, driving them away. And oh my god, all of a sudden this like feeling of goosebump that crawled from my toes all the way up to the crown of my head. And I was like, holy crap. There was something there that I've never felt that before.
Mhm.
So that was the one time. And then the other time we were at supposedly Jorge, our guest Jorge's house. There's some kind of spirit in there that we were, trying to drive away. And so we were in the bathroom, and all of a sudden I had that same feeling of like
Yeah.
goosebumps from the toes all the way up to the crown. Like it was crawling literally to my crown, like, and it was crazy. Although I cannot see them, like
You feel them.
You
I
feel
felt
them.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my experience. But the best experiences I've had is when something happens, like I witness something's happening with her, like
Oh. Like
real
what?
time. And well, we were at dinner with our business partner and friend, and they were a couple, and they were sitting right in front of us. And so Jenny was on my right side, and then it's a wall. And so we were just eating, talking, and suddenly Jenny's fork flies.
Hmm.
What?
Yeah, and then she goes, "Ow!" And I said, "What?"
Yeah.
And then she started saying something that like she was talking to someone, and I'm like, "What's going on?" I was like,
That was the second time that she experienced me doing the psychic
yeah, but
medium.
Mm.
that was real. Like that was the first time I actually didn't witness it. Like she was telling me the experience while I was outside the room. I was in there. I was, right there. And so she was like, "There's a powerful like male figure here. Like he's like in a military uniform, trying to get my attention and trying to talk to me." And then my business partner, the male person, the guy, he said, my dad was in the military.
So I basically
Oh.
I described the
Yeah,
person, the spirit.
the spirit.
Okay, I described the spirit, and then so when I do psychic, when I'm connecting to spirits, they would show me clothes, colors, stuff.
Mhm.
And then eventually, pag medyo talaga naramdaman ko na they're willing to connect with me, that's when I ask question. What is it? Why are you here? Why do you want to connect? Who do you want to connect with? And so then sometimes I'm going to hear like names, like for example, George or Marco. And then sasabihin ko yun dun sa kausap ko.
Nor.
Okay? Sasabihin ko yun sa kausap ko. Okay?
I was like, what is that?
The gorgeous! Oh,
Okay guys, so I know that there's a lot of Filipinos who's watching us right now, and tayo mga Filipino kasi we really love this type of stories, and we are just really
that
talking
is
about
the funniest. Okay.
what.
There's so many itchy bedich.
Oh my God, yung ex ko
Baby.
nasa Kumo.
Okay.
Okay.
Ako si Cesar Martin, yung ex mo.
Okay, sorry love, I'll talk to you later. So anyways, so anyways, this, you know what, I just really wanna speak Taglish because I really want
I will translate.
yeah. I know, I want to speak Taglish. Okay. So the first thing that really happened to me during that time was we have a meditation session.
We had a meditation.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
had a meditation session, and then there's a lot of people who came to join the meditation. And then after that, just like spiritual sharing, and then all of a sudden, I sense this energy already. And then my friends and I, which is our business partner, decided to have dinner. So we were talking about actually something else. We were talking about her mom, who's like trying to connect with me. And so we were doing that, and we were just talking, sharing each other. And then eventually, ito nga, yung naka-uniform na to, very strong yung energy niya. Medyo nainis ako kasi parang, bakit ang kapal ang mukha mong bigla nila sumulpot dito?
Dominant.
Sometimes yung reality tsaka yung mga spirits, they're the same energy na eh. They're the same. Nagkataon lang na tayo, may physical body tayo.
Yeah.
But they also have the same energy. But
It's muted. Muted. Okay.
So the pinaka-exciting part doon is that every time na nagsa-psychic medium ako or nagko-connect ako, they have a message that they want to deliver to these people or to this person to make things better. So it's not like as if gusto lang nilang manggulo. No, they connect because they want to send or deliver a message.
Yeah.
Okay? So and in reality, karamihan sa atin, when the people passed away or our family member or loved one who passed, sometimes we forgot to tell them all the things that we want to tell them, right? So kumbaga, they're giving us an opportunity to connect with them through psychic mediums like me. Okay? So, isa yun sa mga kung bakit then very strong yung naging situation or naging experience ni Burns doon because she's not expecting na ganun ka-strong yung energy na pumasok. Okay? So, another good thing about that night is that yung friend namin were able to connect to her mom. And her mom gave her a message that, I love you, that I will always love you. Remember the blue dove, the blue lady?
Well, not her, him.
Oh, yeah. So, nagbigay siya yung mom niya, nagbigay ng message dun sa friend namin. So anyway, to make the long story short, like I said, some spirits, if you're curious or if you're asking, bakit sila nagko-connect? Because they want to tell you something. Na since hindi naman kayo, yung third eye nyo is not open, then nahihirapan silang mag-connect sa inyo.
Yeah.
Tapos natatakot pa kayo. So parang syempre, di ba, there's nothing to worry about as a matter of fact, especially if you're coming from a place of light. So yun yun.
Jenny, we got a question. It's from Mary Ann Ball. Can spirit hurt us daw?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, okay. And there's so many spirits going on here. Okay? It's just so happen na ako kasi I don't really believe in yung evil. I chose not to believe. So anything na na-attract ko would always be a good spirits. But yes, they
Yes.
can.
There
They
are
can.
some so
Okay.
powerful.
I have an experience wherein my time my best friend in the Philippines, yung pool namin nasa penthouse. So you have to, kailangan mo pa umakyat ng hagdanan para makapunta ka dun sa penthouse. So nung umakyat kami sa hagdanan, all of a sudden, biglang may malaking shadow na sa akin, nag-attack sa akin. So kitang-kita ni Maita na talagang ako, halos malaglag ako doon sa kinatatayuan ko, doon sa pag-akit ko na hagdanan. Okay. Yung mga ganon, when they tend to hurt you, ibig sabihin, meron silang gustong sa'yo na message, na sabihin sa'yo na message. So they
But
need
why?
prayers.
Well, that's true.
They need
Because
prayers.
perfect example is our business partner's dad trying to get her attention.
Yeah.
And,
The fork.
not only
Yeah.
the fork, like her face.
Yeah. So, but then, like I said, as much as possible, I really don't want to believe in like evil, but there is, di ba, may mga exorcists nga, di ba, na nangyayari.
Yes.
Pasok, okay? So, hindi natin yun maiiwasan. But then again, kung talagang if you really have faith in God, nagdadasal ka talaga, ang laging dasal is always protect us from evil spirits, always protect us from harm or danger, and then you cover your body, you cover your whole body and your spirit with light.
Yeah.
It's always like that. You really have to connect to the light all the time. Not naman to the light na mamatay ka na and pumunta ka doon. But
Yeah.
so then I also have actually okay, may mga hi Kobe. Yes.
Oh, Kobe.
So actually, meron pa nagtatanong sa akin na paano daw maiiwasan na tanggalin yung third eye nila. Okay? Tanggalin yung third eye nila. Paano daw matatanggal yung third eye nila? Hindi natatanggal ang third eye natin. Kasi nandiyan talaga yan. It's either you chose to have it as a gift or none at all. Or, we use our third eye not just to see ghosts or dead people. We use our third eye to manifest or to vision. Right? So that's what we want. We want to manifest, we want to vision. That's how we're gonna use it. Ngayon, lahat tayo, we have the ability to see what is beyond. Sabi ko nga, if you don't think about it, if you don't see it, if you don't feel it, then it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
But if you thought about it, if you feel it, and then if you see it, then it means that nag-exist siya. So anything in this world, you have to respect that they all exist. It is what it is. So if you're really gonna show yourself na takot ka, then that's what's gonna happen.
You become more vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yun. I mean, kung if I'm just really gonna tell you yung mga marami ko pang kwento about sa mga ghosts and everything, madami talaga akong experience.
I have another one where we went to this like business affair for women, and she was giving out free like 5-minute Reiki sessions, and there was one lady that she did that the spirit guide connected, and you know what? We went home that night, and the spirit followed us. She was in the car with us.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she was in the car with us.
Yeah. And sometimes it's hard being a psychic medium, especially if you don't really like practice yung meditation, if you're really not clinging into God, ganun. Kasi our spirit is weak din tayo eh. So yung karamihan, I remember when I was in third year high school, it's in St. Joseph's College, nagkaroon kami ng parang mask na exorcism for some reason. And ang dami mga estudyante, bigla na lang silang nagsusuka, bigla na lang silang nagsisisure, sunod-sunod Sunod-sunod yun
Wait,
sa
this is in St. Joseph?
St. Joseph. Yeah, sunod-sunod
Wow.
yun. So I'm pretty sure yung mga nanonood dyan na mga classmates ko before, natatandaan nila yan. And it's so sad kasi parang saan nang gagaling? But you see, prior to that, a lot of students already saw na may mga dark shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah, may mga dark shadows. But of course, you know what, parents? I have to tell you something, ah. You have to listen to your children if they
Mhm.
start talking
True.
about spirits.
True.
Do not ignore them. Do
Exactly.
not tell them that they're crazy. Do not tell them that no, it's not real. Do not tell them. Don't give them an answer. If you don't believe, then ask someone who can answer.
Help you,
Who can
who can help.
yes,
Help
who can
you.
answer the question. Here in America, I have clients, they thought meron silang anxiety and depression. They didn't know that their third eye is open. So
Yeah.
ngayon, they shift into something like medications because they think that they're crazy.
Yeah.
Why,
Yes.
why am I hearing this? Why am I seeing this? And then you know what? I have this one friend, talagang sobra yung a third eye niya na at the age of 8 years old, talaga nakakaramdam na siya ng mga connections sa mga spirits. But the good thing about that is that her mom actually wrote na journal every single thing na
Wow.
nangyayari sa kanya when she was a kid. And now she's okay.
But you know what? Like this brings me to like a conclusion why maybe some people are diagnosed as schizophrenic.
Schizophrenic or bipolar.
Bipolar could
Well,
be.
bipolar is different because bipolar is being happy at one moment and then being sad and
At
depressed
the moment.
next minute, you know.
Yes, schizo kasi para
Schizo
merong humahabol sa kanya.
Yeah.
Paranoia, or they're talking to someone. So maybe that's it. I don't know. Like I'm
Okay.
not
I have an answer to that. Okay. So when people are kumbaga parang high sa drugs or sobrang laseng, yung senses mo is more sensitive and vulnerable. So that's when you feel more of all these energies. So some people, they think that when they're into drugs, parang, oh my God, merong multo, merong ganito. Hindi, iniisip mo lang yan, naglalaro yung mind mo. Well, you know what, again, we're not doctors, we're not therapists, but it can happen. Kasi nga, when your energy is weak, that's when you feel that the connection and the portal is open. You know what? How I wish Jaime Licauco is here right now to talk about this because he's the best person to talk. I've met him once at 2015 and he's the one who told me that I'm aswang daw.
switch.
Yeah, no, he told me that I have the
No.
ability. I have
Yeah.
that I have the ability to feel, to see. So he knows. But then during that time, I already know, but I really don't care, But I'm like, I'm having fun. I don't need this in my life. But you know what I actually did to shift this ability around? So instead of me just having fun with my ability, I use it, I took advantage of it to help people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, parang may sense naman ako. Hindi naman yung tipong tatakuti ko na lang kayo. And, even like yung Madam Auring moment ko, which is, sumalangit tawa nga niyang kaluluwa.
Yeah.
May you rest in peace. At an early age, I already know that I'm a psychic.
I'm getting a headache from my headband.
You can remove it. Yeah, so, the truth about so, and I will move forward to sa third eye ha. The truth about your ability to see is, again, it's how you want to use it.
Exactly.
It's how you want to use it. Ano to, you have a choice whether use it for good or matakot ka na lang forevermore, right? Yeah. So, ano to, next? Do you have any questions, guys? Open kami for questions.
Yes. If you guys have any
Yes.
questions, leave a comment. Shout out to Petocini, Augustus, Red Phoenix 77, Arvin 0429, and Hans 14.
Yeah. Okay. Ano to? Hi, Richie. Happy Halloween. Scary topic. Perfect for the occasion. Yes. Yes, that's true. Hello, my Bon Edwards. Hello, happy Halloween. And hello,
Mhm.
Bon Guy. Thanks for watching us. And I know, you know what, honestly, I'm so very transparent, no? Like, I know that our topic is all about a message from the dead. And then all of a sudden things change, things shifted from whatever reason, and we cannot control that. Well, guess what, it's still Mercury retrograde, so that's why energies are really crazy. But actually, even if Zaldi is not here right now, he actually want us to talk about his story.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Tell them about
tell
it.
the story.
Okay, so Saldi and Jaime Licauco, they're actually friends. Okay, so Jaime Licauco, I'm sure everybody knows him. He's very popular. He's a psychic medium. He's a journalist. He's a writer. He's everything. Okay, so he was doing session with Zaldi. Zaldi's wife passed away 2014.
Oh.
I think, or maybe matagal na din. So anyway, to make the long story short, Zali is very open that, he's so in love with his wife and he still couldn't imagine himself living alone without his wife and all this stuff. So the thing is, he was searching. He was searching for an answer. Why? Because he was so hurt. Of course, when a family member passed away, it's not easy to deal
Yeah.
with. And then, you know what? Jaime Licauco's gift actually did. He was able to connect to Zaldi's wife through writing.
He was just scribbling.
He was really writing like Dear Z. So actually, he has. I'm sorry, I'm not prepared for this, but I really hope that Zaldi will be able to make it. But then again, I'm so happy that he wants us to share that story. And uh, you can connect to spirit through writing. You can connect to spirit through music. And sometimes, literally, you can connect to them that they actually like
Mm-hmm.
move things
Mhm.
to remind you that they're there. To remind you that they're there. So, I guess ang pinaka gusto kong i-share dito talaga sa show natin today, which is I know naging impromptu siya, is that let's not be afraid of
Yeah.
Spirits, yeah.
spirits.
Spirits.
You have to respect them. Okay? You have to respect them. So, I got another question here sa isang ano natin. What is smudging? Okay? Aside, paano nakakatulong yung smudging?
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, if you just move to a new place, okay, I'll give you advice ha. If you just move to a new place, tapos bago yung apartment o yung bahay nyo, of course you don't know kung sino na yung mga nakatira doon at ano klaseng energies ang nandun. Ano
Mhm.
bakit nakakatulong yung smudging? Okay, smudging is you have to use the sage. Ginagamit din natin to sa church. Ito yung pausok,
Yeah.
right? To release and to dissolve all these energies. The good thing about smudging is that you allow the spirit to you set them free. But then a good intention should be made. So, what are the intentions? You have to tell them that I am doing this because I want to set you free and I want
Yes.
to respect
Mm-hmm.
our presence, di ba?
Mhm.
We're not asking them to just go away, but we want them also to respect our presence here in this physical world. But some spirits, they didn't know that we already left.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these are the spirits na nagpaparamdam. Sila yung mga nagpaparamdam. So, kung merong mga spirits na nagpaparamdam sa inyo, hindi ibig sabihin nun is tinatakot kayo. But
Yes.
if you also want them to to set them free, all you have to do is set a good intention and mag-smudge kayo. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
Katulad ng
So
ginawa mo.
so how would with our viewers like tell them like how if they really feel something, how would they connect? How would they open the door for the communication between um somebody
Realm and reality.
somebody who's trying to connect with them.
Okay, so first of all, if you really want to connect, and there's a lot of people who wanted to do that, you have to go to a psychic medium. You have to believe. I don't want to start and talk about religion, but there's a lot of religions that don't believe in this. It's okay. It's okay. It is
Yeah.
what it is. But we have to also to respect some people who wants to connect to family members who have messages.
Okay,
Mhm.
before we move on,
Ay, hi, Tito Jojo, Cuenca Zabala. Pa-shout out, pamangkin ko maganda. Morning. Hi, Tito, if you have any questions, ganyan. Marilyn, Lorenzo Sabado, classmate kaya si Lorenzo Sabado. Janice, oh, my cousin. Yeah,
that's my
cousin.
classmate.
Yeah.
Hi, Janice.
Yeah. Later,
Nice to be my classmate.
later, I do have actually a tribute for my favorite aunt. Let's talk about that later. So, Sis Ruby, happy Halloween. Sis Jenny, happy Halloween. And she said, if you have any questions, please keep on coming. We have time. I know that when
We have a question from Bon Edwards. What
Yes.
is Mercury retrograde?
Retrograde.
Retrograde
Miss.
mean?
Okay, Mercury retrograde kasi 'di ba ang movements, astrologer naman ang dapat mag-explain nito. But I do have I know a little. So 'di ba ang movements ng Earth natin is kapag normal siya is sabay-sabay or merong movements. But the Mercury retrograde is in Mercury na planet, sablay, paiba siya ng ikot. So nagpapasaway siya. Ang ginagawa niya ngayon is nasisira yung movements ng energy. So pag nasira yung movements ng energy tapos bumagsak dito sa planet Earth, nasishaken siya. So nagkakaroon tayo dito ng, again, it's all about intention. If you feel that there's something inside of you na parang, bakit kaya ako, bakit parang negative ako ngayon? Ang saya-saya ko lang kaninang umaga. Bakit kaya hindi ko ma-close yung transactions na to o yung dealings ko? Bakit yung computer ko hindi nag-work? Bakit lahat sila? Guess what? It's Mercury retrograde. So if ang neighbors,
Nothing's going your way.
yeah, something like that. But again, it's all about intention. Not because may Mercury retrograde is magpapadala ka na doon sa negativity na yon. It's actually the best time for you to analyze things. Okay? Analyze things. And today is actually full moon. Blue moon.
Blue moon,
Right?
that's what they said.
Okay, so here, coming from Ruby, says Ruby, how do we know if there is a presence inside the house? Okay, so like I said in the beginning, sometimes they will let you feel a certain coldness. Unang-una yon. Yung super cold, all of a sudden, for example, you're just walking.
It's just a shift in temperature or some like a breeze, a strong breeze.
Yeah.
Gust of wind.
Yeah, and another thing is the smell.
Oh yeah,
Yes, smell.
yeah, that's something.
Meron din yung talagang, if they are really strong, they would really make you feel them like touching you, or they can do that.
Which reminds me that at one point I was sleeping and I felt like this like heavy energy because I was laying on my tummy and I felt a strong energy that laid on my back and I couldn't move.
Yeah, it's sleep paralysis.
So it's not spirit.
Okay, let me explain that to you. Okay, I know a little bit
different.
Actually, another friend of mine inquired for that. What is a sleep paralysis? Okay. Sometimes we think that there's like a bad spirit, right? Na para kang dinadaganan. Tapos nakikita mo parang ang strong, dark, ay hindi ka makamove. Parang feeling mo yung tawag pag nanaginip ka? Binabangungot ka. Right? Okay. So ganun yung energy niya. Okay? So, well, yes, it happens all the time. It happens all the time to many people. Na akala mo, dinadaganan ka ng spirit na yon. It's the energy.
The energy of what?
Negative energy yon.
Of what?
Na na-attracted sa'yo. Different types of energies yon. Sama-sama na yun. Ang problema dito is, nanggagaling yun sa'yo. If, kunwari, for the past 2 weeks, problemado ka, ang dami mong issue sa buhay, masama loob mo, stress ka, then you're prone to that. How do you prevent it? You want to make sure, again, that you have a good intention for yourself. Mag-pray ka to protect you. Diba gabi-gabi, God protect me in my sleep. The dear guardian angel, diba? Yung mga my guardian here, to whom is heaven, trust me here, everything says, be at my side. You know, you have to pray. Because when you pray, you declare, and you're asking God and the universe and the angels to protect you. So yun. So hindi mo yun maiiwasan kung negative ka, right? Yun naman ang ano doon. So another story. Okay, let's move on. Alam ko masyado ito yung sinasabi ko na nagjo-jump tayo from one topic to
Because
another.
we're live and people are asking us questions.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
Meron pa ako katulad ngayon, blue full moon ngayon. This October,
wow, 3,200 hearts.
this October, we have 2 full moons. Can you imagine? Sino sa inyo, kapag nagpo-full moon, parang werewolf, nagbabago ng ano? Right?
Ayun na.
Sino sa inyo na parang nagme-menopause kapag ka magpo-full moon? And a lot of people, mind you hindi lahat aware dyan. So I think, sa mga nanonood ngayon, I think first time nyo itong malalaman. Kapag ang full moon is papalapit na, there's a strong energy going on there. So ngayon, tayong mga tao, because we're part of the nature, we're part of the earth and the universe, right? We're made of water, we're made of energy. So when the movements of the moon starts, ayan na, nagkakaroon na tayo ng kakaibang energy. So minsan parang galit na galit ka, wala ka naman dapat ikagalit, di ba? Parang ano ka nasasamahan mo ng loob, bigla ka na lang mangangagat, ganyan. Kasi effect yun ng full moon. Yon.
Werewolf.
Minsan, ako yon dati. Pero alam mo, simula na nag-start ako meditation, simula nag-start ako ng healing and spiritual practice ko, that's when I realized na, oh yeah, you can actually really control yung energy mo.
Energy.
Yeah, you can control that. Rochi, may question ka ba sa akin?
May question ako. When they say like with the full moon, right? They said every Friday and Tuesday, mas malakas yung energy. Is that even true?
For some reason, yes. I really don't know why, but I think it's more of like also the energy of the people. Diba usually pag Friday, yes, tapos na. Thank God it's Friday. So mas maano yung positivity or energy ng mga tao. So I'm not really familiar with that, but then kinalakihan ko yon. I actually have a grand aunt na a card reader talaga siya. So lagi siya mami ko nagpapahula siya every Tuesday and Friday. So that's happened.
Actually, that's what my mom does before. Na I remember her na nagka-card reading siya ng Tuesdays and Fridays. And then if somebody asks, like, yes.
Oh my gosh.
And it's weird. And for those who are watching, no, my mom is very, very religious and spiritual. Taong simbahan siya. She knows the card reading. I grew up na merong yung may nag-ask about, you know, before yung mga younger people, they want to ask for marriage. Kung ito na ba talaga? And that's what she always, she doesn't want other things. It's mostly about love life. That's what she wants. That's why sometimes if my mom calls me out of the blue, sabi ko, oh no, it's a Tuesday. Or no, it's a Friday, mom. Because she would just like tell you something. Yeah.
When I was younger, I went to a fortune teller. And you know what she told me? She said I was going to die in water.
Oh, really?
I can't believe that.
Ng birthday mo.
No. She just said I was gonna die in water. So on like a few years back, I decided I will debunk what she said. And so I traveled to Hawaii by myself for a full week, and I planned it where I bought every single Groupon that was a water activity, and the finale was jumping off a plane. So
Na-enjoy niya pa yung ano niya.
yeah, the whole vacation actually became the best vacation I ever had because it was all adventure. So
Yeah.
it was like defying death. And the funny part was like after I jump off a plane, the next that night there was a tsunami warning. So I thought that is that's how I was gonna die. Tsunami.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, gusto kong explain sa inyo kung bakit yung karamihan ng tao, even dito, is nagpapa-card reading or pumupunta sa mga psychic. Okay?
I do understand now that it's guidance.
Yeah, now,
yeah,
right?
not really,
Yeah.
to tell you what your future is.
Yeah. Okay. So, karamihan, natatakot sila na they're afraid to go to psychics. And karamihan din, they would want to go to a psychic kasi they get messages nga, right? Not just like psychic medium, like, am I gonna have a boyfriend this year? You know, with my approach, what I do is that I use cards, my angel cards, as a tool to connect to the reading, to the energy, to the messages from God, from the universe, from angels. And then after that, what I do is nagkakaroon kami ng spiritual life coaching. So for example, ang problema niya is money or love life. Then I have to ask them, what's your problem about your love life? Ang sabi nila, kasi hindi ako magkaroon ng love life, lagi na lang akong broken-hearted. The question is, saan ka nang gagaling? Baka naman, punong-puno ka ng pain, ng trauma, kaya ngayon, punong-puno ka rin ng negativity na hindi mo ma-attract yung love na yun sa'yo. So, of course, I'm gonna pull cards. So, malalaman namin doon kung saan siya nanggagaling. True enough, may past trauma doon sa relationship. So, the next move is that, let's solve the problem.
It's actually pretty fun. Like I invite you guys to have a session with Jenny when she reads cards. It's really, really eye-opening. I encourage everyone to do it.
Oh, that was fun. I had one when you were in a Facebook Live.
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm supposed to go to sleep. Everything's dark in my house. And when I open Facebook, it's Jenny's face doing card reading. I'm like, hey, and she's like, can you start doing your video? I said, I can't. Everything's dark in my house. It's already
I really enjoyed doing that kasi nga nakakatulong ako. So I use my ability to help. Hindi, don't tell people that we're witches or we're bad witches or we're this or we're evil. Don't do that. Because our intention is to help people. Okay, so that's my intention. If ever that, like yesterday, I had a client. She said that I really need to talk to you, please. So whatever time it is already, even if it's super night time, as long as you're available, can you please give me a reading? And so we started reading. And you know what? She signed up. She signed up for a healing and spiritual practice because we found out that she needs to release all her traumas, all her negative feelings, right? So how are we going to heal that if they don't ask for it? I'm going to offer my services, but I don't force people. I don't force people to sign up for healing and whatnot because the healing must come from you.
Yes.
So, ganun yun. Sa'yo yun manggagaling. So, for example, people who are hurt, okay? People who are hurting because of a family member who passed, right? So, how are we going to deal with that? You allow yourself to grieve. You don't stop yourself from feeling sad. You allow yourself to grieve, and then, because the grief is part of your feelings, it's part of your emotions. Well, what you're going to do there is you're just going to surround that with joy and love from all the people who still exist in this physical world. And you also need to know that not because they left the physical world, they don't exist anymore. As a matter of fact, again, they're just there with you. So you know what, honestly, the reason why I still continue to do this show today is because I really want to pay tribute to my aunt. who passed away recently. And I know that Janice is watching. And I'm sorry, I just cannot.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I still want to continue doing this because, like I said, I want to pay tribute. So before we end this, I know that I always want us to be happy, pero tao lang. Na masakit kasi
Yeah.
I'm very close to her. So Tita Benji, I know that you're here and I really appreciate you for being part of my life. She's the brother of my daddy. So you treated me as really one of your nieces. So I really appreciate you and I really love you so much. And I heard that you were so sick, and then you don't want everyone to know that you're sick because in the family she's one of the strongest. So now that you allow your spirit to be free, we're really happy that you did. And I also know that the reason why you're trying to hold on to your physical body is because you still want to be with your family. But we love you so much and we really care about you. Even if you're not here anymore, we love you so much. And I want to show this to everyone. This is for you, Tita Benji. There you go. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing this, for letting me share this. I really appreciate your presence. Can I just say something
Yeah.
Sure.
to all the people who's watching us right now? I want you to love your life, and I want you to love all the people. Can you get Joey? And I want you to love all the people that you have right now, and even the people that you don't friends with. Just allow yourself to love and to live because you don't know what will happen the next day.
Hmm.
And I really appreciate you, all of you, for giving us this opportunity to be part of our show, for watching us every single week.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I really appreciate you.
Joey appreciates you.
And I'm very grateful. So to my Anglo family, let's all pray. And in behalf of the Anglo family and the Santos family, we would like to thank everyone who sent us a good prayer and message because I posted the passing of my aunt, Benji. And thank you for giving me this love. Hindi ko po kayo nakakalimutan. Lahat po yun binasa ko. Pero I tend to stay away from Facebook kahit isang araw so that I can at least breathe. 'Di ba? So, yun nga, sabi ko to Janice, Rachel, Cheryl, sa daddy ko, Tita Maloy, Tita Sue, sa mga cousins ko, even kay Mami, na very close din kay Tita Bench. Maraming salamat po. So, ayun. So,
It's okay.
grabe.
It's okay.
Ano to, yun, kasi diba parang eksakto pa dun sa, ano niya, dun sa November 1. Di ba parang nagjo-joke pa tayo before na wala ka sa lolo ko, namatay November 1. Alam mo yung mga joke tayo nung yung ganun, di ba? Na pag nung bata tayo, akala natin okay, joke lang yun. Pero totoo pala na kapag nandun ka na pala doon sa position na yun, parang no, it's not a joke. It's not a joke to lose someone that you love. But then if you know that God has plans for all of us. And thank you, God, for giving her life para po makasama namin siya. And ngayon, binigyan niyo pa rin siya ng favor kasi hindi niyo na siya gustong mahirapan physically. Diba? You still took over para talaga mabigyan na siya ng magandang maybe another lifetime, alam mo yon. And I can't wait to enjoy her presence again. She's such a beautiful woman, very loving and caring. I can't express my love so much kasi talaga kinalakihan ko siya. So thank you, Jen. Condolence to the family. Sending love and big hugs. Thank you po sa lahat talaga na nakiramay po sa amin, and I really appreciate you. It's already 6 o'clock and kailangan na po natin mag-dinner. At kailangan na po mag-breakfast.
Shout out, Vince! Thanks for watching us.
Yes, thank you for watching us, Vince, my brother. Vince
Hi,
Angulo.
Vince!
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
Bye for watching.
Guys, sorry if medyo napayak ako. Alam ko gusto niyo ng masayang show. Babawi kami ha.
Hey,
Babawi kami next week.
Kuya Pete, Justin Mess,
Sa mga Kumu, follow niyo po ako. First time ko po
Yaki
sa Kumu.
Rhyme. Yes.
First time
Thanks
ko po.
for,
Ayan, tapos
yeah.
medyo nag-Crayola pa ang lola nyo. So anyways, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Rochi, for being here as always. I love you.
Love you!
And, guys, I love you to all the people who watch us. Thank you so much. I am sending you love, light,
Nice feeling. And
abundance. Bye. Bye, guys.
bye!
Bye, Joey.